Hey y'all, welcome to or back to Growth Rising. I'm Bird, and on this channel, we just talk about all things dealing with astrology. So, we've been going over the Jupiter placements. So, today we're going to be going over Jupiter and Sagittarius. And if you know a little bit about astrology, you know that Jupiter is in its domicile in Sagittarius. So, it is very strong. Jupiter can basically do whatever Jupiter wants. And so, for you to know your Jupiter placement, you can go to like Astro Seek, Astro Cafe, and type in your birth date, time, and place, and you'll be able to see where your Jupiter is, what sign, and what house. So, if you do all of that and you see that your Jupiter is in fact in Sagittarius, this is the video for you. Or if you just know somebody who has a Jupiter in Sagittarius placement. So, like I was saying earlier, Jupiter is in its domicile. It does very well in Sagittarius. So, looking at where the ruler of Sagittarius is, well, it's in its own sign. So it's pretty happy. But also just keep in mind about the aspects that Jupiter is making to the other planets and the rest of the chart. But as far as Jupiter and Sagittarius, this person can be very open-minded and curious. Sagittarius pretty free-spirited, and so Jupiter in its own sign at home can be like frolicking through a field of flowers and grass or something. These people believe that things will work out for their good. They'll most likely believe in something outside of themselves, but in the end, they think that it will work out for them, which can be a really good thing. But also, on the other hand, it also can be kind of like you do have to put forward some effort. You can't just sit down and say, oh, everything is going to work out. You actually have to put in work also. These people do like improvement. There's always a way to improve yourself and to better yourself. These people may have a issue with promising too much or trying to stretch themselves too thin, because it's like, I can do this, I can do that. Because we do know that Jupiter likes to expand, and with it being in its own home, it doesn't see any issues with expanding. So just be careful to not overdo it with, trying to put yourself in different places at one time or just too many places. If you only have 24 hours in a day, don't think that you can do 10 things that take 5 hours. Give yourself some grace too. These people can be very enthusiastic, and it can kind of rub off to other people. So they can start to get some of that enthusiasm, and everybody can be kind of like in a better mood. A Jupiter and Sagittarius person can also be very inspiring to others. So they may be somebody great to be a motivational speaker because they can really hype up everybody else. These people can also be very good leaders, and they do have a strong faith. Now, when I say strong faith, I don't necessarily mean with a specific religion, but like I was saying earlier about they feel like things are going to just work out. They have a strong faith that things will work out. Not saying that everybody is just going to sit there and do nothing, because faith without works is dead. So these people can put forth some effort, and that is something that they need to do. But yeah, they have a very strong faith in something outside of them. They can also find the silver lining in a lot of things. Even when people don't want to hear it, they'll be the ones to say, at least whatever else didn't happen. Or let's say if you're running behind and you're supposed to be at a meeting 10 minutes ago and you got there a little late, a Jupiter and Sagittarius person could say, at least I wasn't in a car wreck, because it could have been something that happened on the road to make you be late, be 10 minutes late or whatever it is. Or it could have been something happened right before the meeting that threw everybody else off who had some kind of presentation, but you were on your A game because you were 10 minutes late and you didn't get thrown off. Something like that is what a Jupiter and Sagittarius person may look at it as. They'll see the glasses half full instead of half empty. They could be lifelong learners. So they're learning through life experiences, similar to Gemini because they are on that same axis. So these people can learn a lot about different types of religions and spirituality, philosophy, a lot of things that you never necessarily get a concrete answer to, like no hardcore answer to, but it's something that can keep you studying it for years and years and years. Because, with, like spirituality for one, it's not like it's not like a math problem. It's not like 1 + 1 = 2. It's something that you forever are learning. And these people will enjoy that because they like to learn. And not only do they like to learn, they like to spread the knowledge that they have learned. So if you are around a Jupiter and Sagittarius person, if they're sharing their knowledge with you, it's just because they're excited about whatever it is that they learn and they feel comfortable enough with you to share it with you. These people may also see the good in every religion, or a lot of different religions rather, because they'll just think that every one of them have some type of truth behind it. Or they may say they have similarities behind it, or I think this religion is great because of that, and I think that religion is great because of this. They're gonna see the good in a lot of stuff because these people are usually optimistic. They do fit the role to be a good teacher or professor because when they learn something, they like to spread it and share it with others. They could also be good salesmen, saleswomen, and entrepreneurs, and travel agents as well. Because with Sagittarius does like to, you know, explore things. And so being a travel agent, they can explore a lot of different things and then get paid to do it. So if you have a Jupiter and Sagittarius placement and you do enjoy traveling, I want to check it out. Not telling you to leave your current job and go do it, but I'm just saying it might be a good idea if you're interested. Um, but yeah, they could also, be like a good entrepreneur, as long as they put that work for it, that work forth, they can be a very good entrepreneur and see their business succeed. One of the other things, other than um, I'm losing my thoughts, but other than trying to stretch themselves too thin, another thing with a Jupiter and Sagittarius placement is that they may not really pay as many attention to details. Gemini is more of the one that pay attention to details. Sagittarius, not so much. So Sagittarius more of looking at the big picture instead of looking at these small details. So that can be another thing to just kind of like slow down, and also paying attention to the details could also help you to not stretch yourself too thin so that you can be aware like, okay, realistically, this is not going to work. Like I would like for it to work that way, but to think about the things that I already have to do and then trying to help this person and these people and this and that and so on and so forth just will not be feasible. So, if you have a Jupiter in Sagittarius or know somebody who does have that placement, I want to know what you do agree with and what you don't, and if there's anything that I've missed. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.